Augustine's Marching 100 band has performed just about everywhere, but last week the band traveled outside of the country for the first time. Now they also went to Washington, D.C., performing in March for Life, an annual rally protesting abortion. As Carice Jackman shows us, the band wanted everyone to know who they are and what matters to them.
You see, the Marching 100 has done a lot of things, from the Rose Bowl to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. But the one thing it had never done was go out the country.
Unforgettable is the best way to describe St. Augustine High School's recent experience. They not only embarked on a historic trip, but touched thousands of lives along the way.
You know, everywhere we went, the crowd got excited.
St. Aug campus minister Father Tony McCard says his campus ministry always travels to Washington, D.C. for the March for Life rally. But this year, they invited the school's Marching 100 band along for the ride. The road stops included a visit to Cincinnati, touring the Underground Railroad Museum, before traveling across the Canadian border into Windsor, Ontario, taking the same route as runaway slaves looking for freedom. While in Canada, the students got a glimpse of the majestic Niagara Falls. The highlight of their journey, Father Ricard says, happened in our nation's capital when the Purple and Gold performed in the March for Life.
For me, it was giving a Black Lives Matter message without having to use the words. Because just by them being there, they told the world that they matter too.
Their performance, Ricard says, sending a powerful message.
We know that the percentage of abortions in the Black community is extremely high as compared to other communities. And so our young men need to know that first they have to work on protecting life, but also stand firm for the lives that can't protect themselves.
It's a trip Imonte Wilson won't forget.
It felt good to know we were standing for something way more than just us.
They had never seen a band like ours before. Or we know in other places they might have high school bands, but they don't have a Marching 100.
A March for Life, in a moment Father Ricard hopes his students and those watching remember for life. In New Orleans, I'm Carice Jackman, Eyewitness News.
And since returning to New Orleans, Father Ricard says the band's received emails from people living in New York and Florida saying how impressed they were with their performance.